I feel like we've been waiting for an eternity for this. Hello Potter Puppies and welcome back to my channel. Yes, in today's video we're going to talk about the upcoming Fantastic Beasts 3. We're going to have a little bit of a recap where we think obviously things are going to happen in 3, 4 and 5. Yes, 4 and 5 is meant to be 5 films, isn't that? We're gonna have a good natter. I needed to do this video because I am sick of waiting. Obviously things have had to have been pushed back, but yeah, I need to see it now. I'm fed up of waiting, and I'm pretty sure you guys are too. But if you want to hear what I've heard and what you want to hear, and if you want to hear my thoughts, then keep on watching. And if this is the first time you're seeing my face, hello and welcome to my channel. If you would like to become a Potter Puppet with us, please click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And my social medias will be linked in the description. Go see what I'm up to on them. Okay, so as we've heard, there are going to be 5 films altogether. The very last film is going to be the fight between Grindelwald and Dumbledore, planned ending in 1945. Now, originally, Fantastic Beasts 3 was meant to be coming out this November 2020 in cinemas. But obviously, for reasons, everything's been pushed back. But I have heard, right, get this, because of how the first 2 films were perceived, which I don't get, I have heard a couple of people saying that they didn't like them as much as Harry Potter, this, that and the other. But apparently, because of how they found them to be perceived, they're going to put a real good amount of effort in the last 3 films. So does this mean they've actually decided on a longer wait between each film so they can work harder on them and it's not much of a rush? Who knows? We'll find out. So now, Fantastic Beasts 3 is set to come out in cinema in November 2021. Oh my gosh, it's so far away. Okay, so Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was set in New York in 1926. And Fantastic Beasts Crimes of Grindelwald was set in Paris 1927. Sorry, I just completely zoned out there. So with film number 3, Fantastic Beasts number 3, we have a clue from J.K. Rowling herself that it's going to be set in the 1930s in Rio de Janeiro. Ooh, but we don't have a title yet for Fantastic Beasts 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please let me know, because I have tried looking and I cannot find a title. There's no title being revealed yet. Okay, so at the end of Crimes of Grindelwald, we were left with Queenie and Credence going off with Grindelwald. But Newt Scamander and his brother Theseus and the others stayed behind, committed to fight the Dark Lord. A question is, will Queenie stay with Grindelwald? Is she gonna stay, on his side? My opinion, highly unlikely. And I think Grindelwald, because in Fantastic Beasts 2, towards the end, before he goes into Credence and talks about, we'll get to that bit in a minute. What is wrong with me? He speaks to Queenie at the door before he goes in to see Credence, and she's obviously read his mind, and he's asking her what he's thinking. And obviously she says you need to just tread basically very, very carefully around him at the minute, because he's not sure if he's chose the right people to be around. So yeah, Grindelwald, I think, will keep hold of Queenie for as long as he can, because I think he's going to use her for her mind reading. But will Jacob, God bless him, will he come to Queenie's rescue? He doesn't really stand a chance, he's a muggle, but he'll come with backup, won't he? I think Jacob will, he's going to do something. He's got something up his sleeve, that man. I love that man. Who is your favourite character so far out of Fantastic Beasts? Okay, so it's been hinted that we are going to see very much of a professor from Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Does this mean that the US is going to be set as a location within the film again, and we're going to see Ilvermorny School? Or does it just mean that this certain professor from Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry is going to be in, if it is set in Rio de Janeiro? I personally would like to see Ilvermorny, maybe inside it a little bit. Maybe, please. No point in saying please because you're already filming, but maybe in film 4 or 5, maybe. But I think that would be quite cool to see one of the other schools. Apparently there's going to be new beasts. Oh my god, new beasts! Oh my gosh, what are they going to be like? I have loved basically all the beasts, all of them. I've loved them all through the Harry Potter series, and they are not going downhill. In fact, they're getting better. They are getting better, the ones we are seeing during the Fantastic Beasts series. Still, I love Nifflers from Fantastic Beasts. I do really, really love Nifflers. What's your favourite creature? Or beast? Whatever you want to call it. But of course, like in film 1, we saw the beast in Newt's suitcase. In film 2, it was all in his basement. So is film 3 going to be somewhere else that he's hiding his beast? Or is it going to be back in his case because he's clearly going to be travelling if it is in Rio de Janeiro? But I'd like to see more beasts. Lots and lots and lots more beasts. Will Tina and Newt actually get together? I mean, obviously there's that tension and whatever you want to call it, electric between them. There is, there always has been. But obviously, as we saw in Fantastic Beasts 2, Tina thought that Newt was with Lisa Lestrange because of that newspaper clipping when obviously it was his brother Theseus that was with her. But there was still that bit of nasty tension between them, even though she found out, because Tina's a woman and doesn't let go of things easily. Me, personally, I think they're going to work out just fine. I don't think they will at the beginning of the 3rd film. I think she'll milk it a little bit longer. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm not that fond of Tina. I'm going to put that out there now. I am looking forward to seeing their relationship blossoming because I do think they will. I do think they will. But yeah, I'm not a massive fan of Tina. I like Grindelwald more than I do Tina. That's saying a lot about me, isn't it? Who's your worst character so far? Is Credence Dumbledore's younger brother? So at the end of Fantastic Beasts 2, Crimes of Grindelwald, Grindelwald reveals to Credence that he is actually Albus Dumbledore's younger brother. His name is apparently actually Aurelius. I think that's how you spell it. Say it, sorry, Dumbledore. Hang on. Aurelius. 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 I mean, you can't even tell me how to pronounce it in the comments because you're just going to spell it unless you can sort of word it for me how it actually sounds. Maybe I said it right though. Maybe I said it right. But yeah, that's obviously where we was left with Grindelwald. We have been left so long not knowing anything about Credence. But that information that was fed to Credence by Grindelwald at the end of Fantastic Beasts 2, I think has left a lot of us fans finding it hard to swallow that information. Who is Credence? Who is Credence? Who is Credence? Who is Credence? What's your thoughts on it? Do you think he's Dumbledore's younger brother? I'm really finding that hard to swallow because obviously we don't trust Grindelwald. We don't trust him. I mean, I said to Matt actually earlier before obviously starting to film, I said to him, does Grindelwald still love Dumbledore? And maybe he is actually Dumbledore's younger brother and he's trying to protect him. He's got a soft spot for him. But Matt's begging to differ with me there because obviously Grindelwald has got this thing about obscurus. Can't say it. He has a thing for obscuruses. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But obviously there was this 3-way fight between Grindelwald, Albus Dumbledore and Aberforth Dumbledore. Obviously Grindelwald really liked Ariana. She's said to be obscurus, wasn't she? But yeah, Matt seems to think he has this big thing about obscurus and that's, but I don't get why he's prolonging what he's doing with Credence. I don't understand why he's doing all this for Credence if he just wants an obscurus. I don't understand at the moment. If any of you guys understand and I'm missing a point somewhere, let me know in the comments. I also read just before filming that Credence could actually be Snape's grandpa. Who knows? Who is Credence? So Dumbledore has the blood pact now, thanks to a lovely Niffler that stole it for him. In film 3, does Dumbledore work out how to destroy the blood pact, or does that come in film 4? Speaking of film 4, and potentially 5, I also read that apparently Nagini, obviously the lady that turns into the snake, apparently either in film 4 or 5, I don't think it's 3, in film 4 or 5, she's going to turn into a snake and stay as a snake. And there is something else I wanted to talk about. Apparently Tom Riddle joins Hogwarts in 1938. I nearly said 7. I needed to get it right. But yeah, apparently that is when Tom Riddle joins Hogwarts in 1938. So if the third film is set in the 1930s, right, that is already a bit of a leap from film 2 because that was 1927. So yeah, we've got like a 3-year, maybe more gap because it just says 1930s, not 1930. But if it is 1930s, it would have to be the early 30s. Film 4 must be around 1938. So do we see Tom Riddle? Do we see Dumbledore meet Tom Riddle for the first time? Is Tom Riddle going to be introduced? I think they should. I don't think they should leave any of that out. I think he should be introduced because it's the connection between the Harry Potter series. Sorry, I'm getting really mixed up. It's because I'm so excited. But yeah, it's the connection between the Harry Potter series and the Fantastic Beasts series. Obviously, the other way around though, because Fantastic Beasts comes before Harry Potter. And while we're on the subject, actually, I haven't even wrote notes about this. While we're on the subject, because obviously Fantastic Beasts is all set before, we're finding out what happens before Harry, right? We're finding out about Grindelwald and obviously Grindelwald, sorry. Oh, I'm getting so excited. I'm coughing because I'm getting so excited. Excuse me. Where was I? What I would like to see though, obviously at the end of Final Fantasy, oh my god, it's because I've wanted to play that game and our PlayStation isn't working properly. Every time I put the disc in, it's telling me to turn the PlayStation off because it's overheating. Fantastic Beasts, not Final Fantasy, Fantastic Beasts. At the end of Fantastic Beasts, obviously, is the fight and there's no more Dark Wizard. Grindelwald is being taken out of the Dark Wizard equation. So obviously our next Dark Wizard is Voldemort. So I think when Fantastic Beasts is over, we need to see a series of how obviously Voldemort came about. Obviously all we know that it was a tough dark time when obviously during that time when Lily and James, I was going to say Harry, Lily and James died, bless them. It was really dark times, but we don't see what them times were like. We just hear what they're like. I would like to see it relived. So after Fantastic Beasts, I think they should do this. What do you think, guys? Is there anything you'd like to see after Fantastic Beasts? Anyway, but yeah, I am done now. I'm done rambling. But yeah, I would love to know your thoughts about Fantastic Beasts 3. What do you think the title's going to be? I really want to know that. I really want to know what the title's going to be, just so I can say it instead of Fantastic Beasts 3. To be fair, I do say Fantastic Beasts 1 and 2 instead of their proper titles. But yeah, I do find it very interesting, especially hearing that they're really apparently going to be putting good effort. I mean, they did, I personally like Fantastic Beasts 1 and 2, see, look, I didn't call it by its proper title. I really liked him. So when it said about how the first 2 were perceived, I thought they were really good. I really liked him. But obviously, everybody's different. Everybody's got different opinions. But if it's true and they're putting greater effort into the next 3 films, it's quite interesting and it's also quite exciting. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and I will speak to you all in my next video. Bye, Pods Puppets.